pleasant evenings, depending on when and where you're watching this. My name is Ayaneli Elisai, creator of Divine Life Force, helping you align. I'm really excited today. We are going to talk about Operation Cleanup. Now, what exactly does Operation Cleanup mean? Before we get into that, I do want to say the Divine Life Force podcast is here to help you cultivate a relationship with your thoughts, a relationship with others, and have an improved quality of life rooted in love. With that being said, let's start Operation Cleanup. Through Operation Cleanup, we're going to be doing that, cleaning up our lives and evaluating and discerning what it is that is going to pull us towards our purpose and what it is that's taking us away from our purpose. So the task that we're going to be doing today is I want you to take a list. We're going to have a list of column A, everything that's pulling you towards your purpose, and column B, everything that's taking you away from your purpose. Take your time with this and don't rush it, right? Really sit, meditate, visualize the person that you want to be. Now, what would that person look like? What would they wear? How would you comb your hair? Getting down into the presentation of self. And then the next thing that we're going to go through after we've analyzed and assessed what that looks like, and we've written all that down, the next thing you have to ask yourself is, what type of places does this person go to? So for example, I'll do myself. I like to go to the library, coffee shops. I attend concerts, not so much raving concerts. I mean, I am attending John Summit. And if you haven't heard John Summit, you need to hear him. He will really get you going. So I like to see orchestras or just people performing, those type of concerts, people really who have really aligned to their divine and are aware and living out their full purpose. I really enjoy watching other people glow. So that's the next thing, right? And then you'll write all of that list down. And then the next category that we're going to go into is, what does this person listen to? What does this person read? Do they go to seminars? Do they go to church? Now that we've talked about what this person looks like, what places do they go to? The next thing is going to be, who do they talk to? Now this is going to be probably the most challenging one, right? And I don't want to use that verbiage. I don't want to use that language and say that this is going to be challenging, because it will be if we tell ourselves that. However, this is where it can get a little tough, right? Because we have family or friends that we've known for a long time that aren't necessarily pulling us towards our purpose. They're actually making us maybe stay out partying all night. They are, the reality is maybe they're always influencing us to drink or smoke marijuana, whatever the case is. They're always pulling us away, keeping us in a low vibrational frequency. In order for us to be able to process the thoughts that come with discerning who is pulling us towards our purpose and who is not, is we need to understand that you don't need to give someone all of your time and energy and love just to keep them in your life, right? We can love people from afar. If we have family members or friends that we've known forever, our desire to want to live the life that we want should be greater. And if it's not, we have to really take that time to process again. Let's go back into meditation, journaling, spending time outside in the power of now to understand what is it that you want out of life so that you can have a vision and start to get aligned. So again, when it comes to discerning who in your life should stay and who in your life should there be a separation from, you do need to break ties with the people that are not pulling you to your purpose, because you cannot grow and go to a new place by being the same. And if that is a mindset that you have, then I want you to look at your life and really ask yourself, is it possible? Because if it was, you'd be in a different stage of life. It is not possible to grow and still have the same environment. because the same environment is what's keeping you stuck. Our environment is a large contributor of where we want to be in life and who we want to be. Again, family and friends, just to recap on that, it's okay to create separation and not have to talk to them all the time. Do not feel guilty when you start doing this. It may happen. However, do not feel guilty. Reinforce your thought by shifting it and understanding that you matter more. You deserve to have a life that you love, a life of purpose. You deserve these things. You are divine. You are created of something bigger than yourself. And this is your moment. This is your time to do it. And time is a luxury that we don't have. The more focused you are on your vision, the easier this will become. So before we move forward, I do want to cover, right? We've already chosen what people we're going to eliminate from our lives. You need to also create a list of the people that would propel you towards your future, the people that will align with your purpose. And you want to write that down. And again, you have those two columns. You have the column of what's pulling you towards your purpose and what's taking you away from your purpose. So make sure that as you are going through each one of these categories, that you are filling out both columns. And it's really just doing the opposite of one thing. So if we're removing people, then what people are we surrounding ourselves with? Now that we've covered what this person looks like, what places do they go to, who do they surround themselves with, the next thing, and this is going to be very, very important. This last one here is really going to determine whether you are moving towards your aligned self. This last one here that we'll cover for today, as we're running out of time, is stimulus control. What is stimulus control? Stimulus control is any type of stimuli in your environment that is processed by your brain, whether it be movies, music, conversations that you're engaging in, newspapers or books that you're reading, right? Blogs, social media that you're viewing. Everything that is stimulating your brain is either going to gravitate you towards what you want or take you away from what you want, because there is something in your brain called the reticular activating system, or more commonly known as your RAS. It's your brain's filter. Notice how when you want to start working out, all of a sudden you are seeing things that are more aligned with that goal of starting to work out. You're starting to see more supplements in the store or anywhere, right? You are starting to look at people's bodies more and maybe start to see what type of physique you want to have, whether you want to whether you want to strength train, whether you want to lose weight, what is it that you're looking to do, right? So you start focusing more on that. You start focusing more on the gyms as you're passing them by on the expressway or as you're looking on social media, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. This is called priming. Once you internally tell yourself that you want something, your brain will start to filter out things in your life from all the stimulus, all the stimuli that is in our environment, to start filtering out on our external world what is aligned with the internal goal that we have. And that is known as priming. You start to prime yourself. So, for example, when I wanted to become a data analyst, all I started to look for was books on data. I started to hear podcasts regarding data. I started to look on YouTube with how to be a better data analyst. And I started to get more aligned with that by talking to people, and then all of a sudden this person also is into data, and then I learned something. And so this is how you grow, is by controlling the stimuli that is coming into your environment. You have the power to control it. So don't want you to feel overwhelmed with all of the action steps that you have to do. It is going to be a week out to my next podcast, and if you need more time, then take your time, but do set a deadline on when you need to accomplish this, or you will not accomplish it. And remind yourself of completing this task. Start now, set the deadline, get the list going. Remember, 2 columns, everything that's for you, everything that is against you. Because if you don't start doing the work, you are not going to change. Change does not happen. Nobody is going to come and rescue you. Change does not happen unless you initiate it. That power to create the reality and the life that you want starts with you. So with that being said, my name is Ayaneli Elisai from Divine Life Force, helping you align. Don't forget to rate and share my podcast with anyone who needs to hear this. And I really, really appreciate it if you left a comment or gave me feedback on what you want to hear next. Ciao, Divine Souls.